Sean Monahan's name has been rolling off of everybody's tongue lately. There's so many questions. Is he gonna get moved? What's his value right now? How much butter is too much butter? And all we can really do is speculate, but I'm gonna tell you how I feel in today's video. Question number 1. Should the Canadiens even move Sean Monahan? Now look, I know, it's tough. And this is probably gonna break a lot of your hearts. But in my opinion, the benefits from moving Sean Monahan just completely outweighs the benefits from keeping him. Yeah, he's a good veteran teammate, he plays a lot of big minutes and he puts up a lot of points. I get it, he's been a really good story. But we gotta keep in mind that if the Canadiens do keep him and he gets injured again, which is always a possibility, all this positive shit that we like to talk about just goes flying out the window. And the same people that want to keep him right now are probably going to be singing a completely different tune. I hate to break it to you, but the reality is, Sean Monahan's lower body kinda reminds me of the leg lamp from the Christmas Story. And we're all just sitting around waiting for it to fall apart. But to his credit, he has been on a bit of an Iron Man streak lately, which is also exactly why I would prefer to move him right now, instead of waiting until it's too late and losing him to an injury. Wouldn't that suck? Then nobody gets him. Now let's move on to question number 2. We're going to talk about his value once again, and this is where it gets a little controversial. I see a lot of people, mostly outside of the Montreal fan base, saying that Sean Monahan is more of a second round pick kind of guy, but I strongly disagree. Have you not seen some of the names of the players who have been moved for high picks over the past few seasons? Jeez, a second round pick would be a slap across the face. He's way more valuable. So let's go ahead and compare his numbers to Elias Lindholm's right now. Lindholm, of course, is also going to be a big name that could potentially be available at the trade deadline. 2 of these guys are 29-year-old centermen at the end of their contracts. And as you can see, Monahan's got more goals, he's got more points. Their face-off percentage is very similar, but the cap hit, the money, is where it gets interesting because it's not even close. And the Canadiens can even retain some of Monahan's salary if they really wanted to, which means whoever gets him is going to haul him like, what, say $10. $10 for Monahan. So again, I'm not saying that Monahan is the better option. These are 2 very different players, but both of these guys have some pretty high value right now. Don't underestimate Mr. Money Hands. Now let's take a look at some potential trade partners. And I've been reading that Washington is a team that could be interested. Colorado is probably going to be looking to make another big splash. Toronto, forget about Toronto. We can't do that to Monahan. But one team to keep an eye on right now is the New York Rangers, because they just dropped a bombshell a couple of days ago. You know who this is? This is Philip Shittles, and he's going to be missing from their lineup for the remainder of the season. Wow, man. Shittles is a center. He put up 22 goals and 23 assists last season. And Rangers fans, they really miss him, okay? New York's at the top of their division right now, so it makes a lot of sense for them to possibly kick the tires on Monahan. But there's just one problem. You see, there's also been some rumors floating around that Chris Drury is still a little bitter. He's a little sour at Jeff Gordon and probably won't even pick up the phone and inquire about Sean Monahan. And I mean, if that's true, that's just terrible business. But anyway, you could go ahead and let me know how you feel down in the comments section. Would you trade Sean Monahan? If so, what would you be willing to move him for? And how much butter is too much butter? Guys, don't forget to get ejected from the video by taking a 5-minute major penalty out on that like button. And hey, I'll see you next time.